Hey guys, welcome back to a very strange little video. I want to go kind of quick because I just want to show you, I'm not going to give you the plot summary of each of these. I'm just going to show you some pretty covers of books that I love. These are all young adult books and they're all books I've not read. Technically one I DNF'd. They're books I probably will never read, but I just think they're so pretty. And I've realized it's a trend, and you'll see the trend too. I think they're colorful. So this first one is Believe Me, which is a Shatter Me novella. It's actually 6.5 in the series. I think there are 6 books in the original Shatter Me series, if I'm correct. And this one is just a little novella. It's really tiny, but look at that glitter. Look at that. I just love it. I love it so much. It's so pretty. Even the back with all the different colors. I would read this. Oh, and clearly the other ones are pretty too, but this one it has the glitter, and so I love it very, very much. The next one is a book I will also never read, probably. I say probably, but it is a young adult fantasy, which is usually not my thing. Who knows? It's probably fantasy romance, because aren't they all at this point? I don't know. It doesn't actually say romance though, so wait. Romance, a book full of magic, romance, and vengeance. I think it is fantasy romance. Anyway, colors are just beautiful. I love it. I even love the spine. I don't know. I'm really drawn to this one every time I see it. And I don't really like the title. I think it's kind of long and wordy, but that's a whole other video. Then we have What We Harvest by Anne Freystadt, which is a horror book. I thought I'd pick something besides like just colorful, pretty ones. I mean, obviously the colors are still pretty on this one too, but this is just like creepy. Like it's more just eerie. It's not straight up like scary or anything. It's just weird. And there's the back. This was one of our summer reading choices last year because it was a KBA Kentucky Book Award nominee, one of the 10. And so it was one of our books that we had to choose from for summer reading, which was of course really popular because not very often are horror novels a KBA Book Award choice. So students really enjoyed that as an option, I think. The next one is Super Fake Love Song by David Yoon, which is a realistic fiction novel. I've never read anything by this author, but I know he writes a lot of young adult books. Frankly in Love was another one. And I just really like the colors, obviously. I like that they're like rock and roll, I think. And of course the record, I love it because I love rock music. And then there's a guitar pick on the spine with his name on it, and I thought that was really cool. And even the back, of course, super pretty. So yeah, love pink. Love the blues, and I just think that this one's really pretty. The next one is not my absolute favorite, but I really enjoy it, and it's called River Keep. I don't know anything about this book except I think it's more like an adventure, like a fantasy. It's fantasy, but I think it's like a fantasy adventure. A wild river, deep and unexplored, a monstrous beast, newly awakened, a teenage boy desperate to save his father, a journey infused with magic and danger, and unforgettable debut. So this is a debut author, Martin Stewart. Oh, I didn't realize it was a male author. I mean, that's kind of cool. I'm always looking for more male fantasy authors. So there we go. I just thought this one was cool. It's got the ship that literally has an eye on the ship. It's just got, sciencey looking stuff. It's got like this factory. It makes me think it's kind of steampunk maybe or something. So I don't know. I thought this one was pretty cool. Here's the spine. The back's pretty minimal, but I like the little lantern. I just like all the vibes that this one's giving off. So I don't know what the setting is, but it's giving me kind of like 1800s England. I don't know. I've just made that up, but I would read it just because of the cover. Next is a young adult realistic fiction, which is Take Me Home Tonight by Morgan Madsen. I've wanted to read this book for a while. This one I might actually read because I think it's set in all one night in New York City about 2 friends that don't have their phones for the night. I don't know if they accidentally leave their phones. Yeah, destroyed phones. Their phones somehow get destroyed. And they have a Pomeranian or something, or multiple Pomeranians. I don't know. And it says they have to grapple with old flames, a terrible theater, an unhelpful cab driver. They kiss cute boys. There's parties to crash, dry cleaning to deliver, don't ask, and the world's best museum to explore. And so I think it takes place in one night, which is cool. Now the back, it's just a Pomeranian. I don't understand. I guess maybe these authors, I think it's 2 authors. No, it's just 1 author. Maybe she really likes Pomeranians, but I just think it's fun. I don't know. I like the vibes. It makes me want to read this like a city at night. It kind of lets me know the plot of the book too. It seems like it really goes along with the plot. So I might actually read that one out of all of these on this list. Next is Donuts and Other Proclamations of Love, because it has a food truck on it and because it's like my favorite color. Like I love this sort of teal color, and I love donuts, and I just think it's really pretty. So I would read that. And also it's got donuts in the title, so another reason to read it. The next one is one of the things that gave me the idea for this video, which is this book right here called I'll Be the One by Lila Lee. There was a teacher that taught at my school several years ago who wore a sweater one day that was these exact colors. It was like striped and it had these same colors, and it gave me the idea to do a contest where students, well, not really a contest, but just a little program where like students could take a picture of a book if they were matching it and send it to me, and then out of all the ones that submitted a picture by like whatever day, the end of the 9 weeks or something, I would draw a winner. Not very many people did it, but I thought it was fun. So that if you pulled a book off the shelf and realized you were matching it, you could take a picture and email it in, because and I took a picture of that teacher holding this book as kind of the little selling point for the competition. But anyway, this one, I did try this book. I DNF'd it. It's like a K-pop romance. Why would I ever think I'd want to read this? I don't know. But yeah, I love the cover. It reminds me of ice cream for some reason, and summer. I don't know why, like rainbow sherbet maybe that's what I'm thinking. The next one is Dreamland Social Club. I don't know anything about this book except I see it all the time, and it looks like summery, which I love. Dreamland is I think it's called Dreamland. Yeah, Dreamland was a swimming pool back at where I was from. Like, it used to be a really famous like neighborhood pool that people would go to. So I think it reminds me of that. And it's got carnival vibes, so I love summery stuff. I love rides. I love theme parks. Maybe it's an amusement park here. Also, there's this mermaid, which is intriguing. And it just looks like it's gonna be fun. It just looks like a really fun adventure. I think, yeah, it's just realistic fiction. I don't think it's romance. Oh, it's set on Coney Island. I don't know, maybe I'll try this one day. I kind of want to do a vlog at some point where I read all books set at theme parks, and so maybe this will be one of them. Okay, we have 3 left. The next one is a fantasy called Hotel Magnifique. Technically, I did also try this one and DNF'd it. It was a KBA Book Award winner last year, or nominee, and I don't know how because it was so boring. I did not like it at all. It was fantasy romance, but I love the cover, obviously for the colors, clearly, and I just thought it was really unique. It looks a lot different than a lot of the other like fantasy covers nowadays that kind of all have the similar style. I feel like a lot of them are going towards like this sort of look, but this one's really different. So the key, the hotel, just the colors in general. Here's the back, and then there's the spine. So yeah, I mean, I would not actually recommend this book, but it is pretty. We have 2 left. I chose another romance novel, and this is called The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. Honestly, I could have picked any of Lynn Painter's books. I see other ones over there. Betting on You, Never Ever Getting Back Together. Betting on You might actually be prettier. I didn't bring it over here, but it's kind of teal. But I think all of hers just have a certain style to them that are pretty, and the colors are pretty, and they just look fun. And here's like better than the movies. You know, they all just look fun. But I think actually I should have grabbed Betting on You because I like the colors better. But anyway, you can kind of get what it's about too from the cover. Like, they're going to get to do it over again, and each time something different's going to happen. So maybe there's like a sci-fi element. Does she do the same thing over again? Yeah, she does. Like another Valentine's Day. Reminds me of In a Holidays by Christina Lauren, which I really liked. So maybe I should actually give it a try. Probably won't. And then the final book, I chose a mystery thriller, which is None Shall Sleep. I don't know why, but I'm always drawn to this because it's so blue. I mean, just like, I've never seen a cover quite like this before. There are no monsters, only people, and I think it's historical. Yeah, set in 1982. 2 teenagers, a serial killer survivor, and a U.S. Marshal candidate are recruited by the FBI to interview convicted juvenile killers and provide insight on cold cases. I'm sure there's going to be a little romance or something. I don't know. I don't know. It actually sounds really good. I'm pretty sure there's a sequel. I don't know if I have the sequel, but it's compared to it's a Silence of the Lambs like thriller, a cat and mouse story. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to tell my students more about this book and promote it more because it sounds really good. I heard about it from Destiny on Destiny Sidwell's channel, and she highly recommended it. So now I'm gonna recommend it too. So those are just some books that I love the covers of. I thought they were pretty. You can see they're usually very colorful or unique. Let me know down below if you like any of these and what things that you look for in a good cover. And that's the bell. So I will talk to you again later. Bye.